Welcome to another episode of the NCBeerBuzz for the week of May 27th, 2019. This week's episode is sponsored by Robert's Oxygen, locations in 9 states along the East Coast. If you're a home brewer and have a kegerator or other draft system, they can hook you up with a CO2 refill. For breweries and tap rooms, if you need a better CO2 system and great support to boot, there's only one place that can hook you up, and it's these guys. I got 2 great summer beers here from Triple C Brewing in Charlotte. It's the Hyzer Hefeweisen and the Zest-A-Peel English Style Summer Ale, which also happens to be the 2018 GABF Bronze Medal winner. On flippin' hot days like we're gonna have, these 2 are definitely going to quench your thirst. So, let me put this aside. This week is Asheville Beer Week. Lots of events happening all over Asheville. Go to avlbeerweek.com and find out all the goings on. But I'll give you a few of the things that are happening, starting with Archetype Brewing is having a bottle release of the Sage, a Belgian strong ale, on May 27th from 1 until 10 o'clock. And this is the very first time they're doing it in bottles in order to honor Asheville Beer Week. You also have Asheville Beer Week Beer Expo, presented by the Asheville Brewers Alliance from May 28th until May 31st, so you have a few days. This industry-focused track features lab training, seminars on insurance, law and raw materials, panels on the state of craft beer, and a unique antiques roadshow style session with the NC Craft Beverage Museum. I've got a couple of old bottles like that. Get to know the folks behind the beer and dive into beer-centric topics with the innovators, educators, policymakers, and more that make up North Carolina craft industry. Here's a really cool thing for home brewers, which I am too. Archetype Brewing is having Build a Beer workshop. Recipe building and ingredient tasting session. You'll get the recipe, a full set of milled, ready to brew grains, a full set of hops, and a chance to chat with the brewers about techniques, helpful hints, and tricks. And that's always good to learn when you're homebrewing. How about the 6th annual Not So Big Beer Festival hosted by Thirsty Monk on May 29th from 5:30 to 9:30. This intimate beer festival will feature specialty beers from America's top breweries in all one place. Food will be catered on site by Thirsty Monk's culinary team, including a special festival food flight, I like those, snack-sized items chosen to pair with your festival beers. There's a pizza-themed beer and wine pairing dinner hosted by Wrightsville Beach Brewery on May 29th from 6 until 9 o'clock. Pizza and beer, yum. There's Brett Who, blind beer tasting with Brewers, hosted by Archetype Brewing on May 29th from 6:30 until 8:30. In this class, they'll walk you through everything Brettanomyces. The history, the brewing techniques, its flavor and aroma profiles, and why they love it so much. Get some Brett. There's Burial Beer's Skillet 6 Ways on May 30th from 2 until 4 o'clock at the Asheville Tap Room. This event returns again the 6 skillet donut stout variants on tap, along with mini donut pairings from Vortex Donuts. First come, first serve. But if you're like, what the hell? I can't get to Asheville. The exhibit space in Raleigh will be releasing the beers also on the same day at 4 o'clock. Burial is also having their sour bottle release on May 31st from 12 until 10 o'clock. They've got Death in the Miser, a red sour ale, and Ascent of the Blessed, a golden sour ale, and they'll also be released at the exhibit space in Raleigh at noon. Now, are you seeing a trend here with the 2 locations, so you can get them both places? Raleigh Brewing is having White Zombie 5K on June 1st, starting at 9 o'clock as part of the Asheville Beer Week. Run or walk, or drag, from the downtown South Slope location and dodge zombies along the way. I thought that was only in Atlanta. Dress up as a zombie or any Catawba brew to join in the festivities. A beer is included in registration for those zombies/runners that are 21 years or older. Here's a big one. Peabody's Wine and Beer is having their annual cellar sale extravaganza on June 1st from 10 until 4 o'clock. This is the event where they clean out the house and you get to get your hands on some unbelievable bottles. Wristbands are handed out for your numbered place in line starting at 7 o'clock in the morning, so you have to get there early. And also, when you're there, look for Chris, who'll be there, and tell him the NC Beer guy said, hey. There's the 6th annual Acres and Ales hosted by Foothills Conservancy of North Carolina at Brown Mountain Bottle Works in Morganton on June 1st from 11 in the morning until 10 at night. This event is to raise money and awareness for the Conservancy. There will be live music by Love Like This and the Bottle Openers starting at 7 p.m. Raffle drawings and great Brown Mountain Bottle Works swag. So great place to be and also for good cause. There's the Beer City Festival to close out Asheville Beer Week on June 1st from 12 until 5 o'clock. This is the 10th anniversary uniting region's best craft breweries for an afternoon packed full of cold beer, live music, and all-around good times. Blue Blaze in Charlotte is celebrating their 3-year anniversary on June 1st from 12 until 10 o'clock. They're going to have beer releases, food trucks, bands, and other fun events throughout the whole day. It's a full day of fun. There's Pop the Top Craft Beer Shop in Charlotte celebrating their 2nd anniversary on June 1st from 12 until 11 o'clock. It's got 2 things in Charlotte. They'll be giving away special 2-year anniversary glasses for the first 50 customers. They'll have free appetizers from New Wrap Order while they last, special beer releases all day, live music, and more. Come to the 1st annual bar crawl on June 1st from 2:30 until 7 o'clock. Board their bus and make your way around Caldwell County. They'll make stops at Twisted Vine Winery, Liquid Roots Brewing, Shadowline Vineyard, Granite Falls Brewery, the Vine Wine Shop, and then Fyreside Bottles and Brews for a night of live music with Darren Bryant. So that sounds like a really cool tour in that whole area. And finally, here's a different one. The 1st annual American Craft Sake Fest on June 1st from 3 until 7 o'clock at Ben's American Sake Brewery and Ben's Tune-Up in Asheville. It's going to feature over 20 American-made sake varieties. Admission is free, and attendees will enjoy complimentary sake tastings, sake seminars, live music, food and drink specials from 3 until 7 o'clock. And I can honestly say I've never had sake yet. Try something new. That is what craft is all about, whether it's craft beers, sake, everything else. For all the latest North Carolina brewing and events and beer releases all over the state, be sure to check out NCBeerGuys.com. And remember, drink local and keep your beer dollars in North Carolina.